Flossmas Day 2. Here's your morning weather report. Foggy with a definite dose of drizzle. Brown grass, no snow. Welcome to the Avalon Peninsula of the island of Newfoundland. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. I thought it might be entertaining to light the fire. So I'm using a trick that a good friend of mine showed me. It is a roll of like an old toilet paper roll filled with dryer lint, so just lint from your dryer, wrapped in wax paper. Great fire starter. So that's going to go in along with. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I'm the world's worst fire starter. So don't take this as a tutorial. This is probably more a tutorial on what not to do to light your fire as opposed to a tutorial on how to light a fire in your wood stove. Lou is lying on the floor and he's so tired. We had such a large day yesterday. Okay. Next, I use some birch bark. So next I use this birch bark. Put that there on top. And some dried kindling, so that fire starter is in there. It's one of many fire starters I have to use because I'm not good at this. Keep forgetting I need to be facing the camera for you to hear me. And we will put one small log on top and keep our fingers crossed that this is going to light. And my friends Siobhan and Catherine, hi ladies, in Ireland are probably going to laugh because I think I had Siobhan and Catherine lighting this fire for me when they visited. Because I'm so... So I showed you it was kind of a cold, drizzly day. Thought it would be a nice day to have a fire and do some stitching. Let's see how it goes. So I'll just close that for safety reasons. Open that. We've got this great fan on top that doesn't require electricity. So it's wonderful when the power goes out. So let's see if this stays lit now. There you go. I'll keep you informed as to whether or not it stays lit. So I haven't opened my calendar yet this morning. After our large day yesterday, I'm like Blue, I was very tired. So I didn't get it finished this morning, but youngest did find number 2 here somewhere. Oops. Accidentally cracked open 13. So number 2 is right here. So let's get that one open. I hope the camera's picking up on this. Oh, a bath bubble. Now I like these, but the boys love them even better. So I'll probably give this to them to use. So cool. Hope that's focusing. Hi everybody, happy Flossmas Day 2. My name is Patty. I'm coming to you from the extreme east coast of Canada on the island of Newfoundland in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. And as I showed you, it is a gray day today, so I thought it might not be too bright behind me. Hopefully you can see my face. I wanted to just have a little stitch along with you today, have a little yarn, as we say here, have a little chat. The fire is still going, so that makes me happy. It's starting to get warm up in here. The furnace is on, but it's always much nicer to have the wood stove going. It takes the dampness out of the air. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about today, but I am going to show you what I'm working on. So I'm going to cover up the chart here for a second, because that was showing. So I started off, I've been stitching. Last night I started stitching on the Flossmas 2020 cabin ornament, because I'm probably going to finish it as an ornament or a pillow. Haven't decided yet. But basically I started off with a piece of 28 count tea and coffee dyed fabric. This particular one's a bit, no, that's not dirty. That's just differences in the dye. Anyway, so that's what I had yesterday. Then, this is how far I got last night and a little bit this morning. So not too shabby. So I am going to keep stitching. I am going to turn this on and hope that that doesn't bother you. And I'm going to keep stitching. Now I have to put on I have to double magnify, and I may have to take off my glasses. My camera battery is going. So if it, sorry, my phone is dinging in the background. If I'll just keep taping on my phone or something if the battery dies. So I'm just going to get a little bit more finished up here. If you hear snoring in the background, that's my Blue. So I got up to one. That is definitely Blue. I don't think he's even eaten breakfast yet today. It's 10 after 11 in the morning, and I don't think he's even had breakfast. He's been out once to do his business, and other than that, he's been sleeping. So yesterday, because my husband takes him for a W first thing in the morning, and I stay home early getting things done. So he had a W with my husband in the morning, and then the hike that my friend and I took with him in the late morning, midday. So he is one tired puppy. So I normally use the sewing method, but I have to admit that with the, because the 28 count Monaco, when you tea and coffee dye it, the holes shrink just a tiny bit. And because of my eyesight, I find it harder, much harder to stitch on. And sometimes I just cannot see the separation well enough to use the sewing method, so I use the up and down method. But sometimes, like I seem to be on a roll right now for the sewing method. And as you can see, I mainly stitch in hand. I'm at a season in life when I have 3 boys. They're 13, 11, and 9. Can't believe they're that old already. Well, to me, they're older, but they're really still quite young. And I'm just at a time in life where small projects are my friend. Though for Flossmas this year, so everybody does their Flossmas a little bit different. Okay, as I was saying before my camera so rudely, remember where to look, before my camera so rudely interrupted me and shut itself off, I've switched over to my iPhone. I have the microphone here, so I'm hoping that the sound quality is okay, because sometimes it isn't as good when I use my iPhone. Anyway, I think I was saying that everybody does Flossmas and Vlogmas a little bit differently. I had, before Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts started Flossmas in 2018, and it was coined by Heidi Cran of, oh Heidi, I can't remember your floss tube. Oh, I can see it, but I can't read it. I will put Heidi's information at the bottom. Stitch 1/2 maybe? Anyway, Heidi coined the term and told Caroline to run with it, and run with it she did. So in 2018, when Caroline started Flossmas, that was also my first year doing it. And I had watched Vlogmas before. So Vlogmas is a series of videos that a lot of the knitters and crafting community does. So a series of short vlogs during the lead up to Christmas. So either for 25 or 24 days of Christmas or for the whole of December. And so I do a mix of sit down and chatting, having a yarn, and vlog style. So hopefully that's okay for you. So sometimes you'll just be, oh, these really look weird, don't they? Sometimes I'll just be sitting here stitching and talking to you, and other times I will be out and about and showing you a little bit of that as well. My fire may be foundering. The fan has started, so that's good. I just put in another bit of wood. I'm usually okay keeping it going, but after that initial first blaze, from there to keeping it going, there's a gap that I tend not to be as good with. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm hoping that the log I just recently put in is going to keep. Now, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how are you? How's everything out in Flossmas land? How are you doing for your, if you celebrate Christmas during this time and give gifts, are you ready? Or are you, we're getting there. We are getting there, but we're having fairly, I don't know if significant shipping problems is the right word. We're having some shipping problems. So I think I believe I mentioned yesterday, but I may not have, the kit for the Beside the Seas stitch along is a little delayed because I simply don't have the supplies in yet. And it's kind of hard to send out kits when you don't have half the supplies for them. So I'm waiting for those. And that's kind of part and parcel of what is happening here right now. The pandemic has certainly affected our delivery services, and it's not just Canada Post, it's all delivery services, and a mix of good things in the sense that everybody is inundated with parcels. So that means I guess some shops and such are doing very well, but of course the downside of that is because things are so busy, things aren't moving in some places, and they get stuck in some parts of the country or at the border. But it is what it is. So this is, I'm embarrassed to say, the first time I've ever not had my Flossmas ornament completed. So I'm aiming to have this done quickly. I mentioned Blue hasn't had breakfast. His stomach, he's over there sound asleep, and his stomach is just growling away. So I now have the upper half of the house is done. So that's good. I think I've built half a cabin. I think I'll put a roof on so it's not leaky on this miserable, it's just a foggy day. Yesterday was stunning. Warm, well, warmish. It was only about 3 degrees, but there was there wasn't much wind, which is unusual and nice. So it makes it feel a lot warmer than it probably would if you weren't used to this kind of weather. You would think that it's cold, but for us it feels fairly warm if the wind isn't up. So there we go. Roof is, can you see that? That's a little bit better. Roof is complete. So now it's time, or sorry, not roof. Top half of the cabin is complete. Now I'm putting on the roof. So with this, I decided to go with kind of a vintagey looking Christmas red and green. So those are the Christmas red and green. And these colors are, the green is 3850 and the red is 3801. And I thought I wanted to go with a more of a, felt in the mood for a vintage vibe this Christmas. So that's what I went for. Now, of course, I'm saying Christmas because that's what we celebrate here, but this is certainly a holiday ornament, and it says home for the holidays. You know, you can feel free to change this ornament in any way. And if you are interested, if you wanted the wording changed, get in contact with me and I'll see if I can rechart something for you that's you like better. It's not a problem at all. Anytime you have a question about one of my designs, feel free to get in contact with me. Yes, I'm a thread licker. Oh, and because I'm on camera, I'm not going to get this threaded, am I? Murphy's Law. So I'm not going to chat a whole lot longer because I'm cognizant of the fact I don't know about you, but I know I'm trying to get through looking at everybody's Flossmas videos because I don't want to miss any, and there are a lot, and I know I'm not going to be able to keep up, but I really enjoy them when they're, you know, 10 minutes, stop in, catch up with people, see what they're doing that day, and then do something else. Yeah. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 2. There we go. The red is started. I mentioned that we have some changes coming in our family, some positive changes, some good changes. A little stressful, however. I applied for a full-time permanent position and was successful in the application. So I actually start a full-time permanent job on Monday, the 7th of December. I'm not going to tell you where, but it is, I will tell you that I'm working remotely. I'll be here at home, and the position is always remotely. I'll always be at home, not just because of the pandemic. I'm going to be learning new things. I'm going to be interacting with people all the time. I'm really, really excited. So it'll be the first permanent position I have held since 2002. So this was a very big switch and change for me. And to say I'm a little frightened about Monday morning would be a bit of an understatement, because I certainly am. I am nervous, but I'll get to it. It'll be okay. Oh, have I gone out too far? One, two. I do not understand what I've done. And on that note, I'll need to fix this. This is what I get for stitching and chatting at the same time. So thanks very much for dropping by. Like I said, happy second day of Flossmas. I'm so glad that you dropped by to say hello. This is what I'm up to today, and I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. Bye.